Hey guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the Face Hunter. This deck can be recommended for all beginners, but you should have some game experience and Hunter at least at level 10, and some cards need to be included and cannot left away, so you need to craft them if you don't have them. In this tutorial we're going to be talking about the aims, the advantages and disadvantages, when to play this deck, alternatives for beginners if you don't have some cards, and the deck list. So the aims of Face Hunter are you always want to attack Face with everything you have, including spells and minions, as the name says it, Face Hunter. You want to run down your opponent before he has the chance to come into the game. We don't need to establish board control, and there are no cards that help you to establish board control, and you don't want to consider trading. And we use the Hunter class because of the hero power Steady Shot, because that helps the concept of a deck of dealing as much damage as possible. The advantages of this class are you win against decks that are more mid-range and late-game orientated. You can also win against control decks and other aggressive decks, but that's much harder. It is not very hard to play since you don't need to consider training, as I said. That makes it easy to play and highly efficient at the same time. So the conclusion is, this is ideal for beginners. The disadvantages are, if you don't run down your opponent fast enough, it is still hard to win because there are no cards included that help you in the late game. Control decks, Priest and Warrior for example, have a high chance to beat you and really make you hard life. All decks, including a lot of taunts and heal, generally counter you, and control decks have these things. These decks unfortunately got popular after the release of the Grand Tournaments expansion, so you need to watch out if you still want to play this class. When to play it. So if you want to make a fast climb on the ranked ladder, that's the ideal deck. The games don't last very long normally. It is especially good for beginners because you don't need a large amount of expensive cards. You don't need a lot of dust to craft these cards. And if you see a lot of mech decks at the moment, or for example shamans, or mage, or like tempo mage and mid-range decks, that's your deck to play then. If you see a lot of control decks, don't play this because you will lose. Alternatives for beginners are, as I said, the deck is suitable for beginners, but I highly recommend buying the next Romance Adventure either from gold or real money, since you will need some of these cards. And for example, here's an example. Instead of Loathab, which is a legendary card, I would recommend the Stranglethorn Tiger. I will mark this in the list with an arrow. The Loathab is a 5/5 for 5 mana that makes enemy spells cost 5 more next turn. It gives you a lot of utility. But if you don't have it, use a Stranglethorn Tiger. This is only a common card, has the same health and attack damage, but has stealth. The Loathab is still better because it confuses the enemy, but if you don't have it, that's fine as well. Here's the card list, and I'll see you next time.